Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Satya Namah Shivaya, Agarika Namah Shivaya, Agarika Namah Shivaya, Adinananda Namah Shivaya, Adinama Shadya Namah Shivaya, Adamadinata Shivaya, Advalasa Namah Shivaya, Adyakarisha Namah Shivaya, Apachida Namah Shivaya, Amayaveda Namah Shivaya, Atasubandha Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Omkaratana Namah Shivaya, Karunapanda Namah Shivaya, Dharmadhyaksha Namah Shivaya, Amshadika Namah Shivaya, Varada Namah Shivaya, Kalavadya Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Sima Namah Shivaya, Chidghanarupa Namah Shivaya, Chidrupanda Namah Shivaya, Chirachimata Namah Shivaya, Chirasukhasara Namah Shivaya, Jagadadhara Namah Shivaya, Janmavidura Namah Shivaya, Jnanajalanidhe Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namo Bahara Namah Shivaya, Duriyadina Namah Shivaya, Vijayapur Namah Shivaya, Madashura Namah Shivaya, Dinasurakuja Namah Shivaya, Dukkadvamsa Namah Shivaya, Doshavibhanga Namah Shivaya, Dharmasaparsha Namah Shivaya, Bhagajanapala Namah Shivaya, Nayanileva Namah Shivaya, Madasharira Namah Shivaya, Vidamavedya Namah Shivaya, Nijanishchinta Namah Shivaya, Nijasukhabharita Namah Shivaya, Nityavinodna Namah Shivaya, Nityavimukta Namah Shivaya, Niyatiniyanka Namah Shivaya, Niravadhyavibho Namah Shivaya, Nirahankara Namah Shivaya, Niratotsara Namah Shivaya, Nirupama Mahiman Namah Shivaya, Niruparadhikana Namah Shivaya, Nirguna Sindho Namah Shivaya, Jalavandya Namah Shivaya, Chitamoha Namah Shivaya, Nirmala Chitta Namah Shivaya, Parama Pavitra Namah Shivaya, Paramudura Namah Shivaya, Paripuraka Namah Shivaya, Patakadamana Namah Shivaya, Vinasha Namah Shivaya, Yashloka Namah Shivaya, Pranavakara Namah Shivaya, Madhakashunya Namah Shivaya, Divigamya Namah Shivaya, Indavarupa Namah Shivaya, Bhakta Subhya Namah Shivaya, Bhakta Vishesha Namah Shivaya, Mahabhayakala Namah Shivaya, Puranodhara Namah Shivaya, Bhaman Namah Shivaya, Mangaravayava Namah Shivaya, Mahima Vilola Namah Shivaya, Bhavanadina Namah Shivaya, Mulijanamanya Namah Shivaya, Mokshapaya Namah Shivaya, Yatimulananya Namah Shivaya, Janasevya Namah Shivaya, Leelamurte Namah Shivaya, Lokasuraksha Namah Shivaya, Marayogisha Namah Shivaya, Varnasarya Namah Shivaya, Vighata Namah Shivaya, Vidyasadana Namah Shivaya, Vimalakunadya Namah Shivaya, Vishwaradya Namah Shivaya, Sharanadhira Namah Shivaya, Shantaradhara Namah Shivaya, Shashwata Satya Namah Shivaya, Shubhavandara Namah Shivaya, Shokadipare Namah Shivaya, Sandakatutta Namah Shivaya, Sandapavara Namah Shivaya, Shamaya Namah Shivaya, Samstupipatra Namah Shivaya, Sajjana Poshaka Namah Shivaya, Sadamaya Puja Namah Shivaya, Sadgurashila Namah Shivaya, Sadrupanda Namah Shivaya, Sarasavamoda Namah Shivaya, Sarvashubhakara Namah Shivaya, Sarvadhara Namah Shivaya, Sadhujananada Namah Shivaya, Sukhavari Namah Shivaya, Sugunatishaya Namah Shivaya, Jnanivara Namah Shivaya, Saundaryanidhe Namah Shivaya, Saukyasamudra Namah Shivaya, Saumyasharanidhe Namah Shivaya, Vijayapur Namah Shivaya. Hridaya Shivaya. Hridaya Shivaya. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Pranams to all of you. Namo Namo Bhagavate Jayamanaha. This is a mantra, a holy saying from Rigveda, the oldest philosophical spiritual treatise of the world. What is there in Rigveda? There is the description of the world, description of the life, and of that which our eyes cannot see, our mind cannot feel. world is not there before us. Just to see the wonder of it. It creates a heaven. Thinks the very next moment of the hell. How wonderful it is. It is the mind that makes our life joyful or sorrowful. Wonderful mind. If there is no mind, there is no man. And all the forces which are very, very rarely found in animal kingdom is there. The mind thinks, feels, acts, everything it does. Not even for a moment it takes rest. We say we are meditating. Meditating, what does it mean? Rigveda says, Navo Navo Bhavati Jayamanaha. Meditation means now it takes a rest for a moment. The very next moment it thinks of the rest itself. We say we are meditating. Immediately the question arises, on what? What are you meditating on? Of? Isn't it? The question itself shows that mind is not stable. It is working very fast. This number is there. Say, utter 10. Immediately mind thinks of 11. Isn't it? We say he is a millionaire. The very next moment mind thinks of a billion. Billionaire. Isn't it? Morning, mind thinks of the evening. They go together. This is how the human mind is working, and it is a very mysterious instrument that this world has given to us as a gift. I say it is a gift because millions of animals are there. They have not such a thinking, feeling mind. They may be very big animals, but their mind is not capable of thinking. It thinks of the past, present, future. It thinks of the subtle grass. Wonderful, isn't it? Animals cannot think in this way. Their thinking power is very, very limited, isn't it? But man is very fortunate to have such a mind. But if he uses it for a wrong purpose, then his life is lost. It loses all its beauty. If the mind is to be beautiful, if the mind is to be productive, then it must keep changing. One moment it takes interest in the external appearance, the very next moment it thinks of that which is behind the appearance. I look at your body, immediately my mind thinks about your mind. This person, is he calm within or agitated within? Immediately I think of it. Is he rich immediately I think of poor, poverty. Is he poor? Is he rich? Is he intelligent? Is he ignorant? Such, in this way, mind thinks always. This is the nature of the mind. Such is the nature of the mind. Wonderful, isn't it? Now there is no sun. But you think that there is a sun, he has come up in the sky, isn't it? I say India, immediately you think of Karnataka, Maharashtra, very vast country. Then of the Prime Minister, President, then of the other ministers, then I am a citizen of this country. So many ideas arise in the mind, one after the other. You throw a small stone into the river or a well, immediately ripples arise. From the very moment the stone touches the surface of the water, the waves begin to arise. Isn't it? The same thing is happening here. Inside, suppose there is the lake, and these are the indriyas, sense organs. Through them, stones are thrown inside. Here is a tree. It comes into the eye and goes into the mind, causes the ripples there. Very wonderful work is going on here in our mind. Our mind is always active. It does not get tired so easily, doesn't. The body gets tired. The brain also gets tired, but not the mind. Not the mind so easily. Unless there is sleep, it doesn't take a rest. Only in the state of sleep it takes rest. There also sometimes creates its own world, the world of dreams. Wonderful, isn't it? Therefore, Rigveda says, Navo Navo Bhavati Jayamanaha. Jayamanaha, this mind which is there, which is born here, Navo Navo Bhavati, does not stand still. It goes on changing every moment. Wonderful. This is a special creation of the nature for the man. It is special creation only for man. Therefore, man is not at rest at any moment, not at rest. I say, sit silently and meditate. Immediately your mind questions on what? Meditate. Good. This word is good. Meditation on what? I say X. Meditate on X. How long? Second question. How long? I say for 30 minutes. What happens? Immediately. Just to see how the mind goes on working. You also do meditation every day, probably. Just observe your mind, how it works, how it works. Today is Monday, today is Sunday. Therefore, I have to take rest, not to meditate today. This is not a day for meditation. Thinking is there. Let us take rest today. Let me sleep for some time more. It says, and the meditator goes to sleep. Wonderful, isn't it? This is how the mind is working in this work. How the mind works in this work. And with this mind, we can create anything in our life. Navo Navo Bhavate. Navo Navo Bhavate. Mind keeps changing every moment. It means mind thinks of different things, quite new things, every second. Wonderful, isn't it? This is how the nature has created the mind. Wonderful mind. We are in a way blessed because this mind can create for us anything. It may create for us a heaven, a hell, a paradise, anything. You sit here, you can think of a paradise, and you think that you are the owner of that paradise because it is your paradise, your Nandanavana, yours. You are your own master. Whatever is there in your mind is yours. You are the owner of it. Wonderful, isn't it? This is how the mind works. Rigveda says, Navo, Navo, Bhavati, Jayamanaha. Every moment it becomes a new and a new and a new. Now today you got up at, say for example, 5 o'clock. Now the mind at 5 o'clock, now there is the mind at 7 o'clock. What difference is there? Just observe it, think of it. Navo, Navo, Bhavati. The mind of that moment is not the mind of this moment. Maybe mind may be the same, but the working of the mind has changed so much. Now your mind is half silent, half working. I say keep silent, it keeps silent. Then asks what is then? I am silent, what I have to do now? You are curious to know about it, isn't it? I say lift your hand. The very next moment, your mind asks, what next? I have lifted my left hand. What next? What I have to do? This is how the mind works always. Wonderful, isn't it? Just to think of it. This is how our mind works. Here are Swamin sannyasis. You are householders. There are some young people, they are not married and they have not decided whether they have to become a sannyasi or a grihastha. How these minds are working, just think of it. They think we are few. You think we are millions and millions. Ours is a majority. And these people, for every necessity, have to depend upon you. You think so. And they think you are leading a very cumbersome life, very loaded life, very burdened life, isn't it? Then there are young people, they observe both of you and they take some time to take decision. Wonderful, isn't it? Everybody. Now some of you are old, you think that it would have become better if I had not married. This is how mind goes on thinking. In the morning, it is very fresh. In the evening, it is tired. In the daytime, what? It takes interest in working and working and working. Navo navo bhavati jayamanaha Rigveda. How beautiful is the statement. Just to see how beautiful is the statement. Very small. This is why we, the great thinkers of the world, are there. They admire the Rigveda. Veda means knowledge, all kinds of knowledge, wonderful knowledge. It contains but very small, small statements, very small sentences. Navo, navo means new and new. Bhavati, it becomes. Jayamanaha, whatever is there, it becomes new and new every moment. The body becomes new. The body of the last moment is not the body of this moment. Body of a Saturday is not there today, and it will not be the same tomorrow. Don't think that your name may be the same, but your thoughts have changed, would have changed. Your feelings would have changed. Your experiences would have changed. Your way of looking at the world also would have changed. Wonderful. It is the creation of the nature. Navo, navo, bhavati, jayamanaha, Rigveda. Wonderful, isn't it? Therefore, Vedas are admired by the great thinkers, not of India, but of the world. What is not new? If it is not new, it does not exist. If there is no change in this flower, then flower ceases to exist. It doesn't exist. It disappears. You are there because your mind is thinking. You are there because it is a feeling. You are there because it is a dreaming. Wonderful. This is how the life goes on. Life goes on. At different ages, different thoughts arise. Navo, navo bhavati. At different places, different thoughts arise. Instead of sitting here, if you would have sat there in a hotel, what would have happened? Your mind must be thinking of drinking and eating and counting the coins. That's all. Means the mind goes on reacting to the nature every moment. When I look at him, some ideas arise in me. When I look at this person, other thoughts arise in me. Wonderful, isn't it? I see red, I think of danger. I see white flowers, I think of auspicious moment. Very wonderful. Auspicious thoughts arise in the mind. Therefore, man, be cautious, be careful. Where you live, that changes your mind. With whom you live, that changes your mind. Whatever object you have, they also bring about great changes in your mind. Now you are having your usual dress. Instead of having this dress, if you dress yourself like an African, what would have happened? You cannot sit here calmly, not listening to me, but thinking about what the people are thinking about me, not me, but you, isn't it? Everybody, just try one day, not a British dress, but a African dress. You know African dress? What? Very colorful. All colors are there. Very wonderful dress. You put on it, you become an African. Means your dress makes you European, Indian, African, and in the end, no one. Wonderful, isn't it? Therefore, every object that we keep with us, know that that object makes us change. They makes us change. They make us change. Every object. Suppose you have some rupees inside your pocket. Your thoughts are different. If the pockets are empty, other thoughts arise in your mind. What is to be done today for bread in the morning? It goes on thinking and thinking and thinking. Navo, navo, bhavati, jaya, manaha. Not only my mind, but the mind of everyone. Just observe your mind. Your mind. Is it there the same even for 2 seconds? Immediately after hearing the words that I use, your mind goes on changing very fast. Very wonderful change happens in your mind. I say, war has begun in Kashmir, and atom bomb is used. What happens? No sermon, no discourse. Immediately you get agitated. Leave the place. Go to your house. Close the door, also the windows, so that the radiation should not enter you. Very wonderful, isn't it? The news may be false or true, that doesn't matter. Mind creates everything. Mind creates. We say Monday is a very auspicious day. You say it is auspicious. You never ask the Monday whether you are auspicious or not. Have you ever? No. Somebody thinks that Somar is not good for me because on that day I have lost a pocket full of rupees. Somar comes and he thinks of the pocket. For him, Somar is a pocket. Mangalavara, it is auspicious because on that day I got what? I got a new dress. He has taken the new dress, but he thinks I got a new dress. He himself buys it. He himself wears it, then thinks that it is Tuesday, therefore I got this dress. Wonderful, isn't it? This is how our mind is working. Our mind is working every moment. Now it is 7 o'clock. What are you thinking? It is 7. And we have to go back. You think so? You cannot sit here even a moment more because mind decides that 7 o'clock we have to leave this place. Leave this place. Wonderful, isn't it? If I continue to speak, then what happens? You think of when it will be over. Wonderful. Mind is working. Navo bhavati jayamana. This is the Rigveda. Now you know Rigveda. What is Rigveda? Namo bhavati jayamana. This is Rigveda. Wonderful, isn't it? Therefore, we have to love the world, live in the world, always becoming jayamanaha navo. You have to become new and new. You are not the same. You should not be the same even for 2 days. Suppose you have quarreled with your family people today. Just after a day, forget everything. When you wake up in the morning, you begin to feel that everything is anew. Everything, all the members of the family are so good. Just to think of it. You are anew, everything becomes new. If you are old, everything becomes old. It is we who are creating the world. The world is there, we create. The flower doesn't know that it is beautiful. We feel that it is beautiful. Our mind thinks of a beauty whenever my eyes look at the flower. Mind thinks of the beauty. And the beauty goes with the feeling of a pleasure. This is how the whole life is going on. You may be living in a small cottage or a big palace. That doesn't matter. But mind is mind, thinks of everything, isn't it? Very wonderful is the creation of nature. Mind is a very wonderful creation of nature. And we must feel blessed because we are equipped with this great mind, wonderful mind, mysterious mind. And we must feel happy about it. If the mind was very dull, what would have happened? If you take 1 hour to make a decision whether to take this flower or not, 1 hour, you are looking at a flower plant, flower is there. Then your thinking is very, very slow. Then you begin to think about it. How long? For 12 hours, the flower will not be there. But fortunately, our mind is working very fast. How fast you can't imagine even. Within a second, it thinks of hundreds of things. I open my eyes. Here is the nature. Hundreds of things are there. One moment. And my mind thinks of all these things within a second. This is how the human mind is capable of working. Very wonderful worker it is. Mind doesn't take rest so easily, and it is the creator of everything. Who is a husband? Mind thinks that you are a husband. Mind thinks that you are a wife. And after some time it thinks, they are they, I am I. They are free, I am free. And we think that they are wife, they are husbands. That is my thinking. But really speaking, there is no mine, there is no yours. Here is a flower, I think it is my flower. But a flower is not mine, not yours. It is nobody's. But we think that it is mine. Therefore, if you try to snatch it away from a hand, I begin to quarrel with you. Flower laughs. I am not yours, I am not theirs. I am simply mine, and you are fighting. Are you intelligent or not? You boast that you are a highly intelligent creature in the world, but a flower thinks, no. You are a highly irritated, highly non-intelligent man you are, being you are, it thinks. Therefore, it is the mind about which we must be careful always. If you are making any statement about your own life, think that your mind's creation it is. If you think that you are the owner of 100 acres of very fertile land. Think of it. But that thinking is your thinking. It has nothing to do with 100 acres. Nothing. Your house is there. It welcomes everyone. This is my master, and only for him I have to keep my doors open. It never says so. Day or night, whoever comes within, it welcomes. He may be a thief even. It doesn't worry. For him, for the house, there is no thief, there is no owner, nothing. If anybody comes, maybe even an animal, let it come. This is how the house thinks. Therefore, it is very calm. Anybody may come in, anybody may go out. It doesn't worry, does not worry. How many people live in the house? How many people go out of the house? It does not worry. We worry about it, but the house doesn't worry about it. This is the reason why it is very calm, why you are so much agitated always. Now it is 7:10, 10 minutes late, isn't it? But the atmosphere is very calm and you have no work today because it is sun's day. Not your day, sun's day, Sunday. I take rest from you. If you have questions, you may ask today or next day when you come here. If you have questions today and time also, may ask questions. But don't expect that my answers will be acceptable to you. Maybe, may not be. Ah. Why? Yes, meditation, that I heard it. But what a next question I did not understand. Here. Ah. Oh, concentration is not possible for you. If we force the mind to concentrate, it resists. I am not ready to concentrate on this object or that object. Don't expect too much from me. When I am ready, then meditate. It is not at your decided time that I am ready. No. If I am ready today, meditate. If I am ready in the early morning, meditate. But if you are meditating because it is time 8 o'clock, then mind says it is too late. I am not able to concentrate. And you cannot force me. Even if you force me, I don't listen to you. Therefore, goes with the mind, it will listen to you. It has its own individuality. It has its own. Your mind is different from my mind. Therefore, try to listen to the mind. When the mind is ready, when the mind is not ready, we have to find out, then we can meditate or do anything that we wish. You are very, very hungry, suppose, very hungry. Then you say that, mind, now meditate. Then it meditates upon the bread, biscuit, milk. Then you think that my mind is not working properly, not listening to me. The mind tells that not my fault, your fault is there. I am not ready, isn't it? We have to go with the mind, not always. Sometimes you go to your office and say, my mind is not ready to work here, then go home. And pagara, no pagara. That is different. But in meditation, this doesn't happen. If you force it, then it asks you, on which I have to meditate? On God. Where is God? What kind of a God he is? Is he a man or not man? Have you seen him or not seen him? If I get a perfect idea, then I can meditate on it. Says your mind. What is your answer? Therefore, always keep smiling. Means if my mind goes against me, just smile over it. Then mind doesn't go against you. And mind wants to go into a market. Don't resist the mind of thinking of going into the market. Just listen to it, sit here. And the mind waits and waits and waits. It is free to think of the market. It thinks and thinks and thinks. Then becomes tired and says, sit here. I am quite tired. Isn't it? If we encourage it, it does wonderful things. Or it may damage our whole life. Therefore, we must be very careful about our dealing with the mind. Whenever we use the mind, we must be very careful. Because the mind has so much power, so much strength it has got. It can do anything, create a heaven, create a hell. Isn't it? It can begin a war or it can what? Make peace. Not that European war, but in your own house. There is so much destruction. Mind takes joy, isn't it? In destroying, there is so much joy. In building later, there is so much joy. All these things are the creations of a wandering mind. Now it is 7:15. Again 15 minutes late. Now you may take a rest. No? Not here. At your Let me offer my namaskars to all of you for coming here. I am very grateful to you. In the morning, Very beautiful morning, isn't it? In the morning, you left your house and came here, sat in the midst of nature, green nature, and birds are singing for you. They are singing for you. They are very happy today. So many people have come to listen to my music, isn't it? Now go home or go to any place with a smile on your face, with a contentedness in your heart. Namaskar.